Cardinals. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, ready, 8, read. Shoot.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity. And that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Excellent job on the keeper. 20 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Second and 9 at the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
57's the mic. Watch 57. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
57.
Second and 9 now. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
Hey, Charlie.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 24-yard line.
Here's second and 8. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a handoff looking right. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready up.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On the ground, it's Cook. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
They'll run it. Here's Cook, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Marsh. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
At the 46-yard line.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike. Rip right, rip right. Wide.
Greystone, travel.
Out. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Hey, exit.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover or put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
That's how we do it.
Tackled back at the 46.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Now Murray throwing on second down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said a little bit, but get him out in the that plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open.
They fake the handoff, now Murray. And at the 7-yard line to catch his on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Hey, Haywood! Snap!
They'll set up the throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
57, Mike, 57.
Look at me, zipper!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You got nothing.
Let's go. You ain't doing nothing today.
A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And a touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to... He'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
57. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, I 7. Go.
They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
You got 3 down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
7. Mike, 7.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. The open man is Smith. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 7 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, zoom. Snap.
Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ready? 127. Check. Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, wahoo!
2nd and long. Got a man on the right sideline. That's Marsh. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Give to Cook out of the gun. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit, because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive. Now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they try the right side here. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Murray now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
61, match box, right hand.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check 52.
Yo, go, go.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Let's set a tone, fellas.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Murray with a 3rd and long. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a 4th down now.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Switch. Check. On the ball. Under 10. 10.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
55's mine, guys. 55. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
On 2nd and 9, Murray, wide open receiver complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's get it.
The 34-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They can't hang with us. Check 43.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And now Murray has it stripped.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready. Go to base.
Check 55, Mike. Watch the run. Watch him. Watch the twist.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. From 21 yards away. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Got it.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now the second down throw on target. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Ball the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. So they've been unable to capitalize on a great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field. Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one. Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right. Like that, don't you? All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic? Yeah. I like that. Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast. What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
Ready? 15, line. 15 line.
Tight down. There you go. Check safety. Check safety.
Let's go.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through. Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that. Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they? 2nd and 11. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen. Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football.
Brings up 3rd down.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty. Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave it with a healthy distance still to go on third down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They run it again with Cook. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And this will pin them back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the safety creep.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Put that team on the bumps.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He's going to air one out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They start the drive with Cook. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yep.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
45, Mike, 45. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at game?
No, but what a second half the adjustment. It certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Cards, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.